What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Last Call podcast. It's been a minute, but real quick, let's just go over some housekeeping. We are now on Twitter, so please go check us out. Go follow us. We're on Twitter at Last Call Pod. That's POD underscore. That is at Last Call Pod underscore. And make sure to follow us on the other social medias like Instagram at last.call.podcast, on Instagram at last.call.podcast. And we're also on TikTok at Last Call Podcast. And you can watch us on YouTube. You're probably watching us right now at Avery Dale. That's where you can catch all the videos to all the podcast episodes. And you can also listen to us on Apple and Spotify. And also on YouTube, if you are watching, or if you're on Spotify watching, make sure to go check us out on YouTube. Go check out our clips. Go check out the recent episode, or our last episode, and the recent clips that I uploaded of the last episode. So yeah, just moving forward, like you guys saw, if you are a follower of the podcast, if you're new, then I'll just explain a little bit. But I said I was going to change up the format a little bit. And for every episode, I do upload to YouTube. So you can listen to it on listening platforms like Apple and Spotify, or you can also listen to us on YouTube and / watch us. So basically what I did was I took clips, like segments of the podcast, and just made them into smaller clips and posted them on the channel. And that's going to be like the new format I think I'm going to do for a while until we get a bigger following and more traction and stuff like that. So it can bring a new audience and catch people's attention with the smaller clips, and then hopefully it drives them to the longer episodes. And maybe further down the road, I won't post clips unless it's something that was a really good segment or a really good take, and post that to gain more audience. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be the new format for now on, for a little bit at least. It actually gets like 3 or 4 times as many views as the longer episodes of the podcast. And I think for right now, that's just smart. Right now, that's just smarter to do. And I enjoy it. So it makes it easier to edit my Instagram pieces and TikTok pieces. So I like it. And like I said, it gets a lot more views, and hopefully that works towards having a bigger audience in the long run. Man, how you guys been? It's been about a week since we did an episode. I actually just recap a little bit before we jump right into this episode. I actually did a podcast on Saturday with my mother, and it wasn't a bad episode, but it could have been a lot better. We both agreed. We had a chat afterwards, and there was certain shit. There was certain shit she was looking for me to do. There was certain shit I was looking for her to do, and it was y'all. You don't understand, when this microphone gets in front of you, you can talk and talk and talk about how it's going to go. And this is, and I'm not saying shit that we're just talking and talking like, oh, it's going to go this way, and then it went the opposite way. No, that's not what I'm saying. It was just that I think she felt like she needed to be more reserved, and that's what she put off for me. Not because that's who her personality is, but she did it for me because I think if she would have put out her real thoughts and stuff like that, that I would get upset, and it wasn't what I was looking for. But that's actually what I was looking for. Because I just want this to be real, and it was kind of dull, and it was just a long conversation, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But afterwards we both agreed it could have been a lot better. So I think that we're gonna redo that podcast, and we should have Tracy back this Saturday. He had some stuff going on, so that's why we couldn't make an episode. Because really, the episodes that I'm making now should have been the second episode for this week. But like I said, shit happens, and we couldn't get episodes out. So, but we're staying consistent, and this is another episode this week. So, yeah. Other than that, just been working. I made an account for the Twitter, just been, like I said, uploading those clips. I really enjoy doing that, and it's been pretty positive so far. So I think we're going to still do that. If even when I post a video, I'm getting just as many views as the podcast, but those views could come from, I don't really know where the views are coming from, but like, let's just say 14 people watched the whole episode of the podcast, and then I post a clip and 14 people watch the clip. Those 14 people can be 14 people that never saw the original or the podcast episode. So, it's all trying to just grow and working through the process, trying new things. And I cut the top, so no more hair. So that's why I'm kind of rocking the hat. I just want to let it grow back a little bit before, I'm just out there. But yeah, guys, let's get right into it. So I came up with I think is the greatest idea for a degenerate gambler in 2022. All right. So hear me out. I'm talking World Cup. I'm talking gambling. I'm talking Vegas. I'm talking about a nice ass pad. I'm talking pools. Right? And your best friends, your best mates, your homies, your dogs. Hear me out, right? The best degenerate gambler vacation yet, right? I'm sure other people come up with this type of stuff, but this is the first idea I've ever came up with this. Well, not really first idea, but go to Vegas for a whole month, the month of the World Cup, and just gamble on the World Cup. There's games every day. There's 3 games a day, and I think this World Cup, I'm not sure if it's this one or the one after, but I'm pretty sure this one is supposed to be the biggest World Cup. And I think instead of 32 teams, I think they're allowing 48 teams this World Cup. If it's not this World Cup, then it's the next one. And I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. But I know one of these is supposed to be the biggest World Cup yet to come. Usually there's 3 games a day, 3 or 4 games a day. I believe it's 3. But now you're talking about there's going to be like 4 or 5 games a day. And you're talking about going with your best friends, getting a nice ass pad in Las Vegas, Nevada, watching soccer and sports betting all day. Not only that, but this World Cup is going to take place in the winter, right? So you're going to have the NBA going on and NFL. Yo, I'm telling you, Vegas World Cup, the month of the World Cup, Vegas is going to be a madhouse. Anywhere you can gamble, it's going to be a madhouse. I promise you, yo. I promise you. People are at least going to take a week off to just bet on World Cup. But I'm talking about a month, right? So personally for me, a month off or the month of the World Cup, this vacation I'm talking about, first off, for me, that's content gold. That's content gold because there will literally be a podcast every day, a vlog every day, and I could just do it all. The podcast would basically be us talk, or me or us, if I go with a group, it would just be us talking about, yo, who do we plan to bet on? Who we think is going to win? What our bets were for yesterday or the previous games or whatever, what we won, what we lost. And then not on top of that, just like, oh yeah, so I won this in roulette, or I took this winnings from this game and did it and that in craps, or I played poker and this and that. For me, it's content gold, right? And we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, so most likely we're probably going to get into some shenanigans, you know what I mean? And then second to that, it's a time to remember. You go with your friends, you're going for a month, especially if they like soccer, like which most of my friends do, we all like soccer. It's soccer every day for a month, 4 or 5 games a day. And not only that, but we're just partying, right? If we're taking the whole month off, we just party. So no doubt, this vacation, it's a bread grabber. Like you're gonna have to have bread to do this vacation, or you got to cut some things out. And this is like a normal Vegas vacation. Like we're not going for a weekend. We're not going to just max for 2 or 3 days and just bounce. Like we're there for the long haul. So during the week, party like at our crib, drink, stuff like that. Like we don't need to be going out trying to go to a club every night or trying to spend hundreds of dollars in restaurants or on the strip every night, right? Just take it slow because it's going to be, we're there for the long haul. You know what I mean? So I think that could be fun. And then a whole month off of just partying. Yo, hashtag normalize taking more days off in the US. Anyway, but yeah, I think that could be fun. You take the whole month off to watch soccer and have a great ass time with your friends. I think that shit is dope. And then lastly, like I mentioned before, just the degenerate shit, sports gambling on the World Cup, literally every day. I'll bet on a game every day. Every day, I promise you I would bet on a game. No doubt. So I've been thinking about this, right? Like I said, it's a bread winning trip, right? Or I wouldn't say bread winning trip, but it's going to be a bread spending trip, right? Your most expensive thing in this trip is going to be surviving while you're out there, honestly. Second to that is going to be your money for the stay. And then second to that or third to that would be getting out there, maybe. Oh, no, third. Oh, shit. Actually, no, it'll be your money while you're out there. But money while you're out there / gambling money. Then the money for the place and then getting out there, right? So, I mean, I did the math, right? I said, bro, the World Cup is about a month long. I'm going to need $100 a day. So that's $31, $32, right? Let's just round it up. Well, me personally, right? Everyone's different, but me personally, I'm going to need $3,500 at least. At least, because that's $100 a day, right? Parlay that John up. Parlay it. Okay. So I don't know. It was a wild thought that came into my head. Maybe through the podcast, I'll break it down even more and stuff like that. I think I have some friends that would want to go and do this. It would work out a lot better. It would be cheaper if more people went. But yeah, this is something I definitely want to look into. I think it's definitely plausible. It's not impossible for sure. It's honestly just timing everything and planning for it because, you know, you have to plan for that month off, how you're going to pay your bills that month off. And then also your gambling money, like I said. Everything else you really don't need to save up for. I mean, I guess you could save up for it, but other than the money that you're going to need to gamble and for the time off, those are like the two biggest extreme things. So, you know, that's one of the strange thoughts that I've always had. But as you know, if you follow me on Instagram at xdale, oh shit, I fucked that up. If you follow me on Instagram at averyxdale, you know I like to gamble a little bit. And I love Vegas. If you can't tell, if you were here from the beginning of the podcast thumbnail was actually Vegas themed. But yeah, like I said, I think that'll be a dope idea. It'll be wild times, and then like we can invite our people. Like if let's just say it's like a group of 4 or 5 of us, right? And then like if we have the same friends, or if you have friends you want to invite out for a weekend, and they can stay with us in Vegas and shit like that would be dope as fuck. Be like, yo, come out for a couple days, we got this and that going or whatever. I don't know. That'd be dope, but I thought I'd talk about it on the podcast. Maybe some of y'all can debunk that or what I should watch out for, stuff like that. So getting into some little bit of trendy news, we're going to jump right into it. We're moving kind of fast, like this podcast is kind of moving a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I need to slow it down, but we're going to jump right into the super straight movement, right? Yo, Last Call podcast, if you're with the Last Call gang, we're Super Straight Gang. No doubt. And if you haven't heard of Super Straight Gang, get the fuck out. All right? Get out. No, I'm just joking. But let me break down Super Straight for you real quick. Basically, if you don't know, if you live under a rock, there was this guy on TikTok. And basically he said for basically a straight person, for them to not date a trans person, I'm not sure if he was saying the trans community or whatever, but basically he was saying if a straight person didn't want to date a trans person, that is transphobic. So he said, you know what? I'm going to start a sexuality. I'm going to call it super straight. And super straight is I only date women that were born as women. And I'm 100% for it. I don't disagree at all. Right? Yo, being straight or not being straight. If you don't want to date a trans person, first off, it's not transphobic at all. It's not transphobic at all, right? So now if we're all super straight, if you consider yourself straight, if you don't want to date a trans woman and you don't want to be called transphobic, you just say, yo, I'm super straight. And all the riffraff, all the rah-rah, that shit needs to be eliminated, yo. Like, yo, I'm not transphobic. I'm super straight. So it needs to be understood, my sexuality. You need to understand that and you need to respect that. Right? That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm not transphobic because I'm super straight. If he's straight and he's saying I don't want to date trans women, well, y'all handle that, right? I have nothing to do with that because I'm super straight gang. Y'all go ahead and handle that how you deem is right. Okay? But let's be for real, y'all. It's all preference. It's all preference, yo. If I don't want to date or talk to someone because of whatever, I don't need to have a reason. If I don't want to date or talk to someone for whatever reason it may be, I don't have to date or talk to that person. That doesn't make me transphobic because it's all preference, yo. It's the same way women have a height preference, right? They usually want to date taller guys, right? So I don't know what it would be for them, right? But they don't hate short people just because they don't want to date a short person. They don't want to date a short person. It's not their preference. That's not what they want. For the same way, guys, well, I'm sure different guys are out there, but yo, if I don't want to date a fat girl, I don't have to date a fat girl. I don't need to talk to a fat girl. That doesn't mean I hate fat girls, or vice versa. If I don't want to talk to a skinny girl, if I don't want to date a skinny girl, if I'm not attracted to a skinny girl, I don't need to talk to a skinny girl. So in this situation, yo, if I don't want to talk to a trans woman, like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for it. Do whatever you want to do with your body. Live your life how you want to live your life. It's just not for me. It's something I'm not attracted for. You used to be a guy. You used to have a dick. That's all it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just not for me, right? Some people say that it considers you not a real woman. But, I mean, I'm not going to get that deep into it. Not to say you're not a real woman and shit. Because they say you can't have kids. But really, there's a lot of women who are born women who can't have kids, you know, that. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to date a trans woman, right? It doesn't make you transphobic. And then it's just what you like. Just like if you didn't want to date a certain race, like if I like Latinas and I only want to date Latinas and I don't want to talk to any white girls or date any white girls because that doesn't make sense for me because that's not what I'm attracted to the most. I don't need to date a white girl. I don't need to talk to a white girl. That doesn't make me racist. But we love all women here at the podcast. So my snow bunnies don't hate me. We love you all. But that's just an example, right? It doesn't make you, just because you don't want to date a certain race, that doesn't make you racist. So if I don't want to date a trans woman, or if any other guy out there doesn't want to date a trans woman, or if any other woman doesn't want to date a trans male, that doesn't make you transphobic, right? So what are you really getting butthurt about? Why can't you just take the L, take it on the chin that you're getting rejected or you're not wanted by a certain person? Not saying you're not wanted out there at all, but you're not wanted by a certain person, and find someone that is perfect for you. Why not do that? That makes more sense, right? Why are you trying to force that? Oh yeah, you don't want to date a trans woman, you're transphobic. No, I'm not. And also change the name for the phobic, like homophobic, transphobic, because it really means you're just scared of someone. So can we change the name? Can we do that? Because then y'all say, oh, well, you're transphobic because you don't like them. No, it's not that I don't like them. I'm cool with everybody. I don't give a fuck what you are. I don't give a fuck if you're a damn elephant. I don't give a fuck if you have fucking horseshoes as feet. I don't care. But it's my preference. If I wanted to date someone who has horseshoes as feet, I can do that. If I don't have to. So stop saying everyone's transphobic just because they don't. I don't even want to say don't accept you for who you are, because I can accept a gay person. I can accept a trans person for who they are, but I don't have to let them into my personal, not my personal life, but my sex life. Or my romance. You don't have to be there at all. And then here's what kind of ticks me off a little bit, right? So it was a guy, I believe he was an Asian guy, but not like that matters, right? Just details I'm fucking spitting out. But yo, if it was a woman to say this, if a woman started super straight, it wouldn't even be this deep. I promise you it wouldn't be this deep. If a woman started super straight, was like, yo, I don't want to date trans men. I don't want to date a woman who used to have a man, or a woman, or a person that used to have a vagina and now they have a penis. Because that could be weird for her, or she's not okay with that. And just because she says she doesn't want that in her romance, or a person that she's dating or building something with, just because she doesn't want that doesn't make her transphobic. But anyway, back on point. If a woman were to say that, it wouldn't even be this deep. It would not be this deep at all. the fact of the matter is you don't have to date someone you're not attracted to. So this person could, I mean, it's like people say, oh, I wouldn't date you because you're a Republican. Has nothing to do with your sex, skin color, race, or skin color, race, skin color and race are actually two different things, but it can have nothing to do with that. But, oh, I don't want to date you because you're a Republican. I don't want to date you because you're Democrat. Y'all care about that. But when someone says they don't want to date someone because of something, because they change their genitals or don't have the previous genitals or whatever it may be, that they're transphobic. Yo, stop trying to put a title on everything, man. And then, yeah, just stop trying to put a title on everything, yo. I'm gonna end it right there because I'm a little bit of a rant and I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's all preference. At the end of the day, it's preference. It's what you want. Yo, if I want to date a white girl, I'm gonna date a white girl. If I want to date a black girl, I'm gonna date a black girl. If I want to date a Latina, I'm gonna date a Latina. If I don't want to date a Latina, I'm not going to date a Latina. If I don't want to date a black girl, I'm not going to date a black girl. If I don't want to date a white girl, I'm not going to date a white girl. If I don't want to date a Democrat, I'm not going to date a Democrat. If I don't want to date a Republican, I'm not going to date a Republican. If I don't want to date a trans woman, I'm not going to date a trans woman. Point blank, period. As simple as that. That doesn't mean I don't hate you. That doesn't mean I don't accept you for who you are. It's just not what I'm looking for. Okay? That's it. That's the end all be all. Leading into that, yo, can we cancel culture? Can we cancel culture, please, yo? Stop fucking canceling everything, yo. Stop canceling everything. Why are we canceling everything? Potatoes, bro. That's just one thing. But why are we canceling everything, right? I believe we're canceling Dr. Seuss now. And there's some cartoon dog that's getting canceled. What are we doing? And then there was I don't know the cartoon, but there's a cartoon with the skunk and there's a cat and the cat gets like paint dripped on her or some shit and she looks like a skunk now. So now the skunk's all over the cat and now they're saying that's harassment. It's sexual harassment. The skunk, a cartoon skunk, is sexual harassment. Stop canceling dumb shit that doesn't matter. Stop trying to force what you believe into everyone else's like lives and ideas, yo. Like, yo, this shit is really getting out of hand, right? If you don't like something because it's a certain way, like let's just take this cartoon. If you do not like this cartoon, if you feel a certain way about this cartoon, stop watching it. Stop watching it. Why do you have to cancel it? Why does it have to be canceled for everyone else? Cancel it for yourself. Take it out your life yourself. Cancel it in your life, right? Until they do something wrong, or until one of the I don't even know what you call them, the animators, the people who make the cartoon, do something wrong, cancel it yourself. And on top of that, surround yourselves by people with like-minded ideas so y'all can band together and fight whatever demon y'all are fighting. You know, it just doesn't make sense for me. So you don't have to, if you surround yourself with people with like-minded ideas, right? Let's take Kevin Hart, for example, right? If Kevin Hart made a homophobic joke, right? And I have no problem with it, right? I thought it was funny. But we have this cancel culture out here who doesn't think it's funny. It doesn't think it right. Why do you feel the need that you have to cancel Kevin Hart because he made this joke? Why can't you just say, oh, I really didn't like that joke. I'm going to stop listening to him as a person. Or if there was an athlete like Drew Brees where he said, I'm not going to kneel for the national anthem. I don't believe in that. When damn near 60% of his team is black, they didn't cancel Drew Brees. There were some people that got with it. There were some people who didn't. Why when everyone gets their feelings hurt or they feel some type of way about everything, it has to be done automatically. Get rid of it. Throw it away. Take it to the trash. That can't happen anymore. Stop canceling everything because you know what's going to happen, right? You keep canceling this dumb little shit, right? This dumb little shit that doesn't matter. You're going to keep canceling that shit. Cool. Keep canceling. There's going to be a day when nobody gives a fuck. There's going to be a day where someone says, cancel me. Go ahead and cancel me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep fucking trucking. And then on top of that, there's going to be some shit y'all really want to cancel. And it's not going to be canceled because basically you're the boy who cried wolf. You wanted to cancel all this dumb shit. Now that there's some shit that really needs to be canceled. And y'all not going to have anyone to back you up. Point blank period. Yo, our former president literally said grab him by the pussy and didn't get canceled. What are y'all? And y'all want to cancel a fucking Mr. Potato Head? A cartoon dog? A cartoon skunk? Yo, there's so many bigger issues out there, and that's what the fuck y'all worry about. Obviously, y'all have too much time on your hands. You obviously have too much time on your hands to do something productive in life. And instead of that, you just want to cancel everything. I get it. For sure. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. Come on. We got to do better, yo. It's going to suck that one day. There's certain shit that does need to be canceled and shouldn't be tolerated in society. But the sad part is, with all this dumb shit being canceled because y'all have nothing else really to cancel, that there's going to be a day when some shit really needs to be canceled or someone really needs to be censored or stopped. And nobody's going to give a fuck because y'all are focusing on this dumb little shit that doesn't matter. That's going to be the sad part. But that's all I have for you guys. Like I said, when I'm by myself, it's going to be short little episodes. I want to thank you guys for listening or / watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch the videos on YouTube at Avery Dale. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can also listen to us on Apple and Spotify podcast platforms. We are at Last Call on those platforms. At Last Call. Last Call. LASTCALLPODCAST. If you didn't know how to spell it, I got you. Subscribe for updates. If you follow us or subscribe on those platforms, Apple or Spotify platforms, it will update you when we have a new episode out. Also, you can rate us on those apps. So please rate us. It helps us out a lot. And you can comment. We are now on Twitter at Last Call Pod _ LASTCALLPOD _ and follow us on our other social media platforms. We're on Instagram at last.call.podcast and we're on TikTok at Last Call. Make sure to follow us, comment, and reach out with us with questions. Hit us up. Talk to us. We'd love to talk back. If you enjoyed this, please share with your friends and family. It helps out a lot. And thanks for listening again, you guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, videos every week. Check out my recent videos. Check out the podcast clip. Check out last podcast. And also you can check out my regular videos that have nothing to do with the podcast. That would be cool. That'll also help out a lot. So that's it, you guys. Thanks again for listening or watching. And stay safe and peace.